So I could get any woman that I want, and I always have. If I saw a woman that I like, she became my woman. I could easily be right now with 100 women. I have the money, I have the looks, I have the brain. I'm strong enough to also manipulate them. Teach me more about that. The truth is, it's too much work for me because there's greater things in life than for me to sit here and run 100 women like they're a bunch of my soldiers, you know?
Today I came to Calabasas High School to speak to everybody. Let's go! Woo! Look at the crowd here. Let's get it.
I had 18 dogs. I had
18 dogs.
yeah. I had 4 or 5 snakes all the time.
Wow.
I had tarantulas, scorpions. I've had everything. I loved animals. For me, that was life. Animals and nature. At the age of 6, my parents gave me a phone because they couldn't find me.
At the age of 6.
Yeah. Because when I would leave the house, they don't know when I'm coming back. Then they'd find me like at the highest mountain or the tallest tree.
As a young man, when I went to school, I dropped out at the age of 15. I remember when I was in 2nd grade, I nearly beat a high schooler to death. The boy's mother wanted to press charges. That's how I found out I was a real killer.
Well guys, it looks like that we have returned yet again with some more goofiness from Master Shifu's biggest student and from a man that has hundreds of different backstories. So you already know that I am of course talking about Bend Over Azoulay, who has really been trying anything at this point and has just been looking for attention pretty much anywhere that he can find it. And the last time that we covered this downright chinless goober that thinks he is a kung fu master, we basically saw him trying to get attention in the politics area, and he decided that he was going to go on a live stream with another just downright goofy bastard that also labels himself as a fucking alpha male, and that was featured on some of Ben's podcast in the past. And this live stream basically went from being a political conversation to just a full-on glaze fest for Bendover here, where his new little butt buddy not only glazed his shit to completion, but we also saw Ben try to expand his lore as this complete badass, and it involved him trying to use the made-up fact that he was in counterterrorism multiple times just to support any type of credibility or argument, before claiming that he should be the prime minister of Israel because of it, and that if he was in Iran, he would have become known as a legend that overthrew the government. So he was really just blowing smoke out of his ass at every opportunity.
I've risked my life many times working in counterterrorism and traveling around the world to catch terrorists. I've risked my life. I've risked it numerous times. I've almost died. I was captured, gun to my head. I almost died multiple times. So look, I'm also an Israeli citizen, and I'm also an American citizen. I have dual citizenship. I have worked in counterterrorism. I did travel all around the world. I did take care of shit that people don't even want to hear about. I've been on both sides. And I can tell you this, Benjamin Netanyahu was doing the best job that anybody could do. I wouldn't ask to have him replaced by anybody, besides myself, maybe in 5 years. If anybody should become the prime minister of Israel in 5-7 years, be somebody like me. If I was there at this moment, I'd probably be one of the people fighting. As much as I would want to keep myself out of it to keep my family safe, I'd probably be the guy that everybody will remember forever, that overthrew a country.
And the fact that him doing this little live stream / podcast from his car somehow wasn't the goofiest part really says a lot. And since then, he has yet again found another new little grift that he could go ahead and try, and another way for him to validate all of his insecurities and to get himself attention. And that was to go to a high school and basically get trolled by all of the high schoolers into thinking that he was actually giving a motivational speech. And this ended up coming to my attention when I saw his little Instagram story, basically trying to promote it as much as possible, and trying to push his new YouTube video. And this was something that Bendover has been pushing pretty damn hard, and even uploaded a little video trying to promote the horse shit.
So I went to speak at a school for the first time, and this happened. Today I came to Calabasas High School to speak to everybody. Let's go! Woo! I love you, man. I love you. Guess what school I'm going to next?
So since little old Benny here just somehow managed to get into a high school with the record and pass that he has, and since he wants us to watch this video just so damn bad, to where he is promoting it non-stop and somehow it still only has 700 views, I figured we would go ahead and take a look and watch him try to experience his dreams of being a celebrity, when in reality, they were 100% just fucking with him. And it basically just started with Ben completely feeling himself, where you can just tell that he felt like that motherfucker, and like the baddest man on the planet.
He's going to talk to you about how you can transform your life to be the best self, okay? Guys, it's not going to work if you're screaming. Okay, so you know
Let me say one thing to that. Guys, I paused my day, I stopped everything to come speak to you. It's the first time I'm speaking at a school. Please let him speak. Let's all act like adults here. And after that, I'm going to speak. I'm here to inspire you guys. I want to make sure you guys do better and absolutely win at life.
Everywhere. Everyone's really happy. Awesome. So you know what? So now I'm going to turn it over to Ben, King Ben, whatever you want to call him, buddy. And go for it. Thank you so much for coming.
And you just have to love how he's getting ready to give this big speech to where he felt he needed to take the mic and calm the crowd down. And right before he starts, this room of what I can only consider as a bunch of Jack Dohertys just start chanting Ali at him. Like, I don't even know how this shit is real life right now. This goober came in there feeling like the shit, talking about how the F students are inventors while he's at a school, and now they're cheering Ali's name instead of his. And with all of that goofiness just put to the side for a quick second, obviously the real question is how the hell did he even get inside of a school? Like, I don't know if this goober here, standing there on his phone, is the principal, or what in the actual fuck is going on, but there must have been no research done whatsoever into this man. I have no clue what anybody was doing in this situation to where they brought him in. The school board either made a massive screw up and just allowed this principal to do whatever he wanted, or they just didn't have the decency to at least search his name on the internet and see all of the shit that he has going on in his background and all of the shit that he talks about, because I don't see a single way to where any of it could be good whatsoever for anybody inside of a school. Like, genuinely, I don't even know how they let this happen. They must not have done a background check or even saw what he is normally out here talking about. His first words when he entered the room was promoting F students, and basically was out here promoting people to drop out of school half the time. And when he wasn't doing that, he was getting exposed for a damn grape case. This is just a monumental fuck up, and on top of that, you're letting him speak, so it only gets more stupid after this.
Honestly, I wanted it to go completely different, but this is wild, okay? I know you guys all feel the energy right now. You guys feel the energy in the air, right? I'm assuming everybody knows who I am. If you don't, I'm just an F student. So, I came out here because I wanted to speak to everybody. And I wanted to speak to people face to face. Because what you see on social media,
and we're just gonna stop here really quick with that one kid basically clowning on him, talking about how F students don't pass. Because I don't think that Bendover is smart enough to realize that this sea of Jack Dohertys is 100% just out here trolling the shit out of him. They are cheering for everything and anything, and are basically clip farming him in real life. Like, I want you to let that register for a second. They got this jackass to show up to their school and are clip farming his dumbass in live time as he's sitting there talking about he's just an F student. Like, this is genuinely insane. And after this, he then for some reason goes on to try to plea his case to all of these different high schoolers that he's a good person, and just starts yapping about it before dropping the most generic lines ever, saying that you guys are the future and the future is bright. And of course, they are just playing into it and cheering along the entire way. Like, it actually feels like a cartoon.
And the person that you guys see on social media, as much as you want to connect to that person, it's hard. It's through a screen, you don't really get to feel the energy, the vibe. Is he a good human? Is he not? I guess you guys could tell I'm a good person. Don't do any bad. And I want you guys to understand one thing. You are the future. I'll be around for some time, but you guys are the future. And I can tell you, the future looks bright. The reason I got onto social media 2 years ago was because I wanted to inspire young people. You guys could make the world a better place or a worse place. It's all your choice.
And you can just tell that he didn't plan this speech out whatsoever and is just dropping multiple little one-liners like those. And you can really tell that he didn't plan it out, because after this, he then starts to talk about how he dropped out of high school and why he did so.
As a young man, when I went to school, I dropped out at the age of 15. Not by choice. Not by choice. Not by choice. I dropped out for one reason, was to take care of my family. Now, this is a little bit, you guys have to have a little bit more sentimental to this part of my life. My mother had cancer, and she wasn't doing so well. My dad had an injury on his back, and I had to become the man of the house. And that is why I dropped out of school. I did go back to school when I was about 22 years old to get my GED. I passed all the tests, same day.
And the only true part of that seems to be the fact that he got his GED at 22. And what he's doing here is, he's basically trying to use his mother getting cancer as a way to grift. Because we've actually heard the story of how he dropped out before, and this wasn't what he said whatsoever. In fact, the reason that he said he dropped out was because he was part of an underground fighting organization and was part of the mafia, and he ended up beating off 5 Mexicans in a bathroom, and they later came after him, so he never went back to school.
And at the age of 15, I dropped out of high school. There was no need for me to stay in high school. I went to Grant High School. We had a police station in the school, and one day there was 5 Mexican dudes trying to jump me in the bathroom. I beat the shit out of them. I left one of them with his head in the toilet. When I left school, the following day, I came back. As I was leaving school, they came and they started shooting at me. So, it started getting more violent. So that was the last time I went back to school.
So that was a fucking lie.
So he obviously can't keep his lies straight at this point, and that's how I know that this was all unscripted for him. And these kids are getting exactly what they wanted. They basically set this man up for failure by getting him here. Because he can't even keep his story straight, and now he's trying to use a condition that his mother had, that is an awful condition, as a way for him to try to grift and to try to make people feel for him, and to, I guess, try to create inspiration. So it's really some ridiculous shit, and it all just keeps getting more ridiculous to watch as this dipshit just keeps yapping.
We're not that kind to one another. Kids weren't super kind to me. They liked to joke around with me. I came from Israel. I barely spoke the language. I started learning how to speak English at the age of 10. They would laugh at me that I had an accent. At the time, it was a very deep accent. But I only looked at it in one way. I'm not a victim. I didn't survive. I'm not a survivor. I'm a warrior. Guys, I want you to listen. Because everything that happened to me happened for me. Everything that happens to me every single day, I say yes. Yes. And the reason is because I need the universe to push back. Because if it didn't push back, I would have no reason to push forward. Now, for the people who are paying attention and the people who don't pay attention, I want you to know something. You're not going to remember every single thing that I said right now. But you will remember what you felt. If that touched your soul, if that made you think, if that made you feel like you want to improve, everything that has happened to me in life happened for the best. The world is one big puzzle, and each one of you are a piece of the puzzle.
And yeah, at this point, the goober in the suit just has to be a massive fanboy of Bendover or one of his friends. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see him appear on a podcast here soon. But the guy is just repeating some of his little TikTok viral clips talking about say yes, and is just dropping one-liners where he's saying that you're all a piece of the puzzle, and they're all just still screwing with him and cheering for everything. And this just continued as Ben, for some reason, starts talking about how many books he reads in a month and in a year, before giving them his morning routine.
A guy like me who used to never read books in his life reads a book a month, 12 books a year. Self-improvement books are great, very, very important. Self-improvement books. If you will be going into business, there's some business books, sales books. These are all great. Let me share with you how I start my day. I wake up in the morning before the sun. I wake up to say hi to the sun. I run a cold shower. I go into a cold shower just to get my body going. I go for a run, I go for a workout, and all of that is done before 6:30 a.m.
And yeah, after this, Bendover then closed it out with some of the hardest shit that anybody in that room has ever seen.
Winners never quit, and quitters never win. And the students are the inventors!
And all I can say is I cannot believe that this is real life. We've got this man who has become known for these terrible things in his past that involved a minor out here at schools talking about how the F students are inventors and how he dropped out. And the whole time he is just loving every second of the attention that he wasn't getting from other grown people. So this is some incredible stuff, and I can't believe it happened. But I think that's enough for one day. So if you enjoyed, please drop the sub and a like and join the Saints Mafia, where we clown on all of these fake alpha males. And I'm out, watching Bendover get humiliated by a bunch of school kids, and peace.
Ali, 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 Ali.